Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Vicki Costello. I teach at Mercy Springs Elementary, and Councilperson Benton had invited my 3 students to come and recite their poem that they recited 2 days ago at our poetry contest. And they're nice and loud. Can they just right here?
Sure. That'd be great. I don't think we have our hand.
They will introduce themselves. It's okay.
I don't see our handheld mic anywhere, so I guess we're going to have to do it.
I don't think you'll need it.
Okay. Well, the only thing is that we like to make sure that our TV audience can hear.
It's loud, really loud.
I'll try. All right. Good evening, boys. Go ahead.
Mercy Springs Elementary chant by Vicki Costello, Isabel Perry, Alexander Gonzalez, Brandon Fernandez, Adam Vargas. I'm a student, that's my game. I'm a good kid, that's my play. I live in Los Banos, that's my town. Mean words can't bring me down. I believe in myself, yes I do. I have value, it's really true. When I see someone being mean, I remember we are everything. I speak up and I say, that's not allowed, it's not okay. You got to be kind, kindness is cool. It's our life and our school. I'm a student, that's my game. I'm a good kid, that's my play. I live in Los Banos, that's my town. Mean words can't bring me down. I believe in myself, yes I do. I have value, it's really true.
All right, you guys, great job. Thank you for coming tonight. We always enjoy when our students come and show us all the great things that they are doing. And Mrs. Costello, who was up here introducing us, wrote the poem.
Hi, I'm Dave, the owner of the Central Valley Geeks. Did you know we offer iPhone screen repair? We can repair most iPhone screens within 15 minutes. Stop on by or give us a call, 209-826-3410. We are located at 924 6th Street, downtown Los Banos. Thank you. Have a great day.
Gratitude to the Board of Education for allowing me to express my concerns. My name is Milko Montalvo, a resident of Los Banos since 1998, and I am a proud parent of 2 children that attend Los Banos. On January 31st, 2019, Louisville, Texas. On February 12th, 2019, Kansas City, Missouri. On February 14th, 2019, Rio Rancho, New Mexico. April 30th, 2019, Charlotte, North Carolina. May 7th, 2019, Highlands Ranch, Colorado. August 30th, 2019, Mobile, Alabama. October 22nd, 2019, Santa Rosa, California. And today, November 14th, 2019, Southern California. These are just a few dates of school shootings this year, with the most recent shooting today that took the lives of 2 children. This is a growing epidemic that needs to stop. We as a community need to come together and help put an end to this epidemic. In the last couple of weeks, there have been school shooting threats made in social media posts that have gone viral and putting parents on high alert with minimum information about the chain of events. 2 exaggerated untruths. Most of the information that has been broadcasted among parents is inaccurate because parents are not aware that the police department and the school districts have social media pages that provides the parents with information regarding these events. How can we improve the flow of information regarding these types of situations when they arise? Is it possible to implement a text message news update to all parents with the existing message system that the school district already has in place? Or perhaps create a hotline that parents can call to get updates or even provide information regarding possible threats? All these methods of communication can be conveyed to the parents by mail and email so parents know how to contact the services. What else can we do to protect our kids while in school? Does the school have a surveillance system that extends to the entire campus? Is it possible to also implement drone surveillance to get a better view of possible incoming threats? Can we consider looking into technology designed for schools to help detect weapons in real time through software and surveillance cameras? TrueFace is a company that offers this for schools. How else can we take steps to prevent or trying to identify the root cause of these situations? Harsher punishments for bullying. Educate our students on consequences regarding threats made on social media by uniformed officers, or implement more frequent active shooter drills. Retrofitting classrooms to protect students from active shooters. Concealed metal detectors. These are some ideas that we as parents came up with to try to offer some type of assistance or even maybe help to put something together to get this done, because this is happening too close to home. And today there was an incident in Stockton. 2 children, minors, I guess they had a threat on social media last night and they were arrested this morning. So that was pretty quick. So I'm aware that the school district and the police department need to get this information from parents or whatever, because how else would we get it? But how did Stockton respond so quickly?
I need to tell you your time.
Okay,
Thanks.
so that's pretty much what I'm saying.
Thank you, I appreciate it. One of the things that I have noticed in the past, and it really concerns me, is the fact that everybody is going to social media when they should be contacting the police department and the school district. Because all of a sudden everything's on social media and the police department doesn't know anything about it and the school district doesn't know anything about it. So, you know, if people would realize, if they're hearing these things, if they see something, if they hear something, if they hear their kids talking about it, they need to, if schools are closed, it's a weekend, they need to contact the police department. If schools are open, they need to contact their school. Not put it on social media because it delays the whole process. So if we can get that word out, I think that's really important, because social media starts a process in which not everybody is aware of, and not everybody that should be notified gets notified. So, I mean, we have obviously a bunch of parents that are talking to each other on social media, but if it never hits the people that it needs to hit, such as the police department or the school district, there's no way that we can respond. So, no, I think we need to get that word out, that contact the authorities, and, you know, don't do it on social media because it doesn't help us get the word out as fast as we should.
Well, how could we get this out to the parents so they know, hey, you can contact like a hotline or this, like the message system that the school board has right now. I get texts every day saying that, oh, bring your notebooks, assignments and stuff like that. Why not a news update?
I think we are understanding that there's some issues out there, and I think that we're going to be working on that. I don't know what's in the works, but I know that we're hearing what everybody has to say, so we're going to be taking that under consideration and seeing what happens from this point on.
Can I ask that real quick though? So we had called the junior high school as far as this situation happened, and they're the ones that.
Can you step into the microphone?
They were the
Thank you.
ones that suggested we come here to discuss this with you, because, I mean, Pacheco High School did send out a recording to parents, and Los Banos Junior High School did not get anybody. So when we called the junior high school yesterday to find out why we didn't receive a recording, because some of those kids on that list were junior high school students, they said to come to the school board, because the school board is the one that takes care of that, or the school district is responsible for those messages.
The school board doesn't do it.
The school district is responsible for those
Obviously,
messages, yeah.
we're just meeting tonight for the first time, and we can't discuss stuff when we're not in a meeting, because there's a Brown Act violation, and we'd be breaking California Ed Code. So we can't discuss this stuff unless we're sitting here in front of you. So it's the school district that would.
Well, yeah, that's what our point is. We want to be able to get that communication between the parents and the school district across the board, not just Pacheco. It should have been the whole school district, parents that should have been notified of the situation, that it was under control, so that would panic and people don't start posting random stuff on social media. That's all. Thank you.
We're here. Thank you.
Can I just add one thing? I think, my name's Carol. I think communication is the key to this, and I think, when there's no communication being sent out, just a simple, like what was sent out of, we are aware of the threat, something like that would have been helpful, but there's not everybody that follows the Unified District on Facebook. There was no calls to the homes, and there are parents that are working and aren't keeping up with that. So there should be a link. If you're posting something on Facebook, there should be something automated being sent to parents. Again, communication is key. We are concerned about our kids. I'm sure you guys are concerned about the students and everybody else and your staff, and rightfully so. But no communication leads to people scared. And, I don't want your staff out there to be scared. I don't want my child out there to be scared. So that's my main concern is when the Facebook post came out with the school district, I communicated that I had not received anything. And the communication that came back to my link was, oh, well, we don't have your correct phone number on file. I get everything else, but not that. I called in the morning to find out if I did in fact have the correct phone numbers. That was not the case. My phone number
Just a little bit, I would like, my name's Kevin Brown. I have a son in 8th grade at Los Banos Junior High and a daughter in Holt Elementary in 5th grade. I think, obviously, hopefully, us being here addressing this, we can have a future possible meeting of parents, concerned parents, as well as the police department and the school board come together and maybe have a meeting or a town hall meeting or something similar to that, because there's a lot of people that don't understand how the system works. I mean, I'm a deputy sheriff. I have 18 years of law enforcement experience over in the Bay Area. We get a school threat and we have 40 or 50 officers from 5, 6 different agencies at that school in a matter of minutes. Here it's different. We got a small town, small police department. Law enforcement resources are scattered, and it's a whole lot different. But that being said, it's I think it's happening way too often. And I think we need to have a bigger meeting and more involved agencies together so parents can learn a little bit more on how everything works.
I'm going to ask Dr. Marshall to address this. We've had the discussion about, Dr. Marshall actually today had a discussion about that meeting, just as you mentioned, of parents and district and the police department. Dr. Marshall, would you like to address that?
Yes, we'll be having a town hall meeting for that very purpose. And we need your help as far as getting parents there. We will have a talk with Chief Breezy, the police department's on board, and we'll have different agencies there. So we need to be a partnership and work together with you on this.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Dr. Marshall?
On this particular
Hi, I'm Dave, the owner of the Central Valley Geeks. Did you know we offer iPhone screen repair? We can repair most iPhone screens within 15 minutes. Stop on by or give us a call, 209-826-3410. We are located at 924 6th Street, downtown Los Banos. Thank you. Have a great day.
topic,
On this particular topic.
I want to reiterate what was stated earlier. What will really help us is when, and I love the idea as far as the hotline. I think that's an excellent idea. But what would really help us is when you get this information, the quicker we get it, the quicker we can address it. I look back at the situations that we've had over time, and the ones that have been better resolved have been the situations where we got the information quickly. Basically, when we put information out, we're putting information out stating that the student that was responsible, police are on the way, the kid that was student has been arrested, you get that information right away. But we have to get the information as quickly as you receive it. When it goes on social media, it just takes it to a whole different level because it spreads like wildfire and it makes the investigation that much more difficult. If you get it and we have the information, then we can put something out saying, yes, we're aware of this, the authorities are on the way to the home, and it's a better outcome. But it's a partnership. Also, monitor your students' social media activity. We can control it at school, but when the kids go home, we can't monitor that. It needs to be a partnership in this whole process. We can do our part, but we need assistance.
Thank you. One of the things that I'm really proud of is the fact that our school district and our police department work very closely together. And I know an incident that happened, I think probably a year ago now, and Dr. Marshall calls me at 11:45 p.m. I was asleep. And we talked for a second, then he said, I'm gonna call you back in a few minutes, I'm gonna call Chief Breezy. And he called Chief Breezy. He had to call him like 3 times before he answered his phone because he was sleeping too. But he called Chief Breezy, and then we all talked. And this is the type of communication that goes on between our district and our police department at all hours of the time, and to just make sure that our students are safe. So I really appreciate that. We have here tonight Officer Hedden. you have, we'd like for you to come up here, maybe come up and address. Why don't you come up to here, that way you're on camera. Everybody can see you.
First of all, before you leave, those that spoke, please get my business card. I oversee the school police officers assigned to all of the schools in Los Banos. So get my business card so that we can talk more. I think that there's a big misunderstanding as far as what the school district's response has been and what the police department's response has been. School safety is paramount. We train on this stuff all the time. If you look, a lot of it's covered, the training's covered on our social media page. We train with the fire department, we train with medical, we train with the school district. So that is at the forefront of our minds. We all, in the police department, have people that we care about that attend and work in the school system here in Los Banos. So again, I think that communication is important. I think that you brought up some valid concerns, but a lot of the concerns that were brought up here today, I think, are things that we are doing. There may be improvements that we could do based on suggestions, but I think that we're working very well in partnership with the school district, and I'm willing to sit down with anybody one-on-one. There was 4 or 5 of you that came up here. I'll take the time to meet with you individually, or anybody that wants to call my office or shoot me an email to set up some time. We do events here in town, Coffee with a Cop. That's great opportunities for the public to come in and voice concerns just like this, because there may be things that we're doing, the police department and the school district, that you're not aware of. To get into the most recent threat investigation, it's under investigation, and there's not a whole lot that I want to release publicly at this point, but understand that our investigation hasn't stopped. It's been mentioned that we haven't deemed the threat credible, and I think that people understand that we've stopped the investigation of the threat. We take all of these threats seriously when they come in. To reiterate what Dr. Marshall said, call us, please. I think that we're in a day and age where people will pick up their phone and they'll take a picture of something and they'll post it to an online community forum rather than calling the authorities. We have to get to a position where we're trusting law enforcement to do their job and effectively protect our students.
Appreciate it, thank you so
let me
much.
give you my card.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, I'm Michelle Fitz. I'm just I volunteered myself on social media because a lot of parents cannot be here because they work. So I'm going to be, if it's okay, take up some time.
You get 3 minutes, and
Okay.
you have 2 minutes and 42 seconds.
Okay. Well, one is the concern with the safety crosswalks before and after school, and to where it's very dangerous. I've seen, my grandson goes to Los Banos Junior High, and it gets crazy there. I don't know if you guys have ever taken maybe time out of your day if you can, but it is crazy at the first crosswalk where they just, on San Luis, that first crosswalk right there, it is crazy. And I understand that the resource officer, he, I guess, watches the other end down there. But it's just a concern of the craziness that's out there. And if we can get possibly cross guards or maybe even the administration, somebody out there for 15, 20 minutes of their time to help cross those children. Because I was out there one time and I was turning off the San Luis, and a lady, literally, there was a bunch of kids crossing the crosswalk. She went around and literally made the kids split. And it was dangerous. And I called the school. I've called the school numerous times, and there's nothing we can do. The resource officer is out there. So anyhow, with that said, I hope it's really, really looked at, not only at the junior high, but at all schools. I know Pacheco has issues out there too, as well as other schools with the crosswalk. But also, another question from a teacher who did not want to be named. She wants to know if I guess there's a type of issue with, that are being trained. I'm not sure what the difference is between an active shooter and a drill. Are all teachers trained in the same thing, or is it 2 different scenarios? Because she has expressed that not all teachers are trained in an active shooting scenario.
I do not know the answer to that question, but
Okay.
I will
there's 3 different things. More buses. I know our community is growing, and he was saying that his daughter, it's overcrowded at times. So that's an issue that he has. What I'd like to ask you is, I have their names, phone numbers, emails on this. If I could give it to somebody and whoever would be in charge, I don't want to take up anybody else's time.
Okay, so that's where I was going.
Okay, I have,
I'm sure you have a long list, your time's
Yeah.
up, so
Yeah.
here's what I
Yeah.
suggest you do. Dr. Marshall, our school superintendent, is
Okay.
over there. If you call his office tomorrow,
Mhm.
you can make an appointment with him and sit down and go through your list. And he'll
Okay.
be really happy to sit down and
Absolutely.
go through that list with you and address your concerns.
So-
Or at least get you into the right
Would
department to talk to.
Would you be able to help me with the active shooter drills and who's trained and?
Look it on top of all.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, he'll be able to, like I said, if he doesn't know the answer, he'll be able to get you into the right person to have the answer to that question. Thank you. Good evening.
Hi, my name is Raul Grenier. I have 4 kids in the school system, one of which is the junior high and 3 at West High. And while I have no doubt that the school district, the teachers, the staff absolutely are concerned for the safety of our kids, I have no doubt also that none of you guys love my babies as much as I do. That being said, because of that, I just want to state to this board that because I love my kids more than you guys do, I trust you guys. I send my kids to the schools. I trust the decisions that the school makes. I trust the relationships between the police department and the staff and the principals and everyone that's hand. I believe that they're doing the best work. Because I love my kids, I'm able to make a rational decision to realize that my love for them doesn't cross the line into the reality of my abilities to protect them. I am not trained in an active shooter. I'm not trained in these protocols, and as such, I realize that the school is, that your teachers are, that the principals are, that the police department is very much trained in it, and we need to start trusting them. And I want to encourage parents to do the same. Trust our people. Trust our teachers. Trust.
Hi, I'm Dave, the owner of the Central Valley Geeks. Did you know we offer iPhone screen repair? We can repair most iPhone screens within 15 minutes. Stop on by or give us a call, 209-826-3410. We are located at 924 6th Street, downtown Los Banos. Thank you. Have a great day.
Our schools and trust the police department to do their job that they are trained in, literally with thousands of hours. In the same way that you wouldn't run into the ER while the doctor's operating on your child and jump in the way and say, I love him more than you, let me take care of it. It would be ridiculous. And we need to stop acting that way. We need to start thinking rationally and have faith in this. Yes, our teachers are trained. I serve on the site council meeting at the junior high. And I'm sad to say that the last site council meeting that we had the site safety plan that talked about active shooters, that talked about the trainings. And I was the only parent at the junior high who attended it. So there are opportunities to get involved. There are things that are happening. There is communication. We just need to step up as parents and say, I want to go be a part of it. Speak to the schools, speak to the teachers, find out how you can be a part of what's going on and communicate. And in the meantime, I really want to encourage you to trust the schools. I have confidence in you with my babies. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is there any? Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Lucas Marquez. I'm a former student at Pacheco High School. I am a senior. And yet again, we Americans are dealing with school threats and school shootings. My thoughts on prevention include: 1. Additional cameras that are motioned by security all day. These cameras should span surrounding streets and sidewalks to spot danger before it hits our campus. 2. Metal detectors should be installed at every entrance. 3. And I know armed security scares most parents, but mostly with school staff unarmed, they would truly have no way to protect us from school shooting. There would need to be extensive training for this to happen. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. Have a good night.
Thank you. Again, I like to have your concerns addressed, please contact Dr. Marshall and sit down and have a chat with him. Best way to start the conversation is with the superintendent. He will be able to address your concerns.
You know, I had one more thing to say, and I should have said this when Commander Hatton was in the room. But we are very fortunate to live in Los Banos. There is not a city where you can go at Los Banos Junior High School on Tuesday. As we were dealing with this, I went to the school to work with the staff. You go into the parking lot and you see there were cars, police cars, in the driveway. You go into the site and you find that Commander Hatton himself was helping assist the school staff during the events. You're not going to see that in a lot of places. We have a very good working relationship with our police department. Anytime that we can call him, and he was right, we do talk at the wee hours of the morning. I remember waking Anthony up at almost midnight, talking, like, you know, during like 3 in the morning, just trying to see, just assessing what the situations. But notice, I'm in charge of 11,000 students, make sure that your kids are safe. When they're in with us, they're in my care. And we take that as a priority. And I really want you to know that. The work, you don't see it, but the hard work that goes behind these whole processes. And I think that this community forum idea is a great idea, because I think you'll get to see what happens in these situations. So I just had to add that.
Thank you very much. All right, is there anybody else that wishes to address the board on any item that is not on tonight's agenda? All right, seeing no one come forward. Some happy times now. We're going to talk about some winners.